What's your sugar mama story? Story 1. Met a 30-year-old widow on Xbox when I was 19. She said she played Xbox to pass the day because she was financially set for life when her husband passed and wanted to make some Xbox friends. We start playing more and more until I couldn't keep up because my controller and headset broke. She asked for my address, and after a week, I got a brand new controller and headset. I couldn't thank her enough and asked what I could do in return, to which she replied to just keep playing with her. Over the next few years, she occasionally buys me new games when they came out, and even a few collector's editions if I wanted them. Eventually, we drifted apart, because I couldn't find time play with my school and work schedule. I still miss her and occasionally try and find her online to gain, but can't remember her gamertag or Facebook. She will always be one of my best gaming buddies. I've ever ha story too. I've been working at a restaurant for over a year and a half now, and the same elderly couple comes in at least 3 times per week. They're both probably in their 70s at least. The woman is always in nice fur coats and has different jewelry all the time, but is kind of losing herself to her age. I don't think she has dementia quite yet, but she's not quite all there anymore. The man is constantly leading her around, walking her to their regular booth, helping her order, etc. Found out recently the poor old guy lives in his car. Basically, this woman pays for him to have a few meals with her each week in exchange for his companionship. It's kind of like a weird elderly escort deal they've got going on. It's sad, but in a weird way, kind of sweet, as I've noticed he gets very protective over her and seems to genuinely care for her. He keeps all of her receipts for her, makes sure she gets exactly what she wants, and always makes sure she gets her 1.5 scoops of vanilla ice cream for dessert. How the guy survives living mostly in his car in Minnesota, winters is probably solely due to help from this woman. TLDR. Elderly couple eats together all the time. Lady is rich AF and basically pays for his companionship and company. Story 3. I was seeing her for about 2 months. She was 10 years my senior. We worked together and there was always those certain looks throughout the year. She was going through a divorce with well-to-do architect, and we previously bonded over depressive situations we were going through. It wasn't until I handed my resignation in and told the staff I was moving states, did it kick off. She said we should go get a drink one night. Nothing happened. Then she invited me round to her place. 3 awesome kids, anything I wanted booze-wise, food, great cook, meals and drinks out too. Very in shape, and we absolutely bonded very well in the bedroom too. It was almost perfect. Except for me having sneak out at the crack of dawn before the kids woke up. This continued for about 7 weeks. I had my car packed and ready to go, and we spent one last night together before I moved. We said our goodbyes, and I drove off. Last I've heard from her, as per the arrangement, her request. It could have worked out, I felt. Miss ya, Nix. Friends, before we continue our video, I want to remind you of the importance of subscribing to our channel. We are also waiting for your comments and likes. Thank you. Let's move on to the video. Story 4. Ex constantly bought me food and would give me money if I wanted beer or but would then leave the beer and knowing I would drink or smoke at all. She only ever came to my apartment for sex and would then leave when I couldn't get it up again. Her mom would drop off 3 to 4 bags of groceries every week. She bought me my second car ever and paid for my college classes and helped me get my life on track, really. It ended pretty quick when I told her I thought I was in love with her. Story 5. I don't have a specific story, but this was my father apparently when he was young. My grandmother told me how he would always go out with women twice his age. It was such a regular thing, I guess, that after dates she'd just go, "So how old is she this time?" Many, many years later, and after my mother's passing, ironically, she was only 3 years older than him, he's still doing it. He's in his 50s, and his lower limit is the 70s, and he ain't messin' with no broke to broke either. This is a good note to end on. Please write your stories in the comments. I'll be happy to add them to future videos. Also, you can rate our other videos. We would be very grateful. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.